When Ibrahim Campbell, could you talk about, was he just not going to be ready for you this year? Or?
I think the injury got hurt. I think it was a hamstring injury. Probably was going to be a while, before we got him back. So I think we felt as an organization best to see if we can get another pair of legs in and move on at this time.
How do you think Jabril played over those first 6 games before he missed a couple with the injury?
I thought there were some things he did really good. There were some things he had to clean up. Thought he did good in special teams, returning the ball. But again, he's a young, good player, in our program that's, learning how to play in the National Football League. But I think his arrow's up. He's just got to keep working at it.
We talked to him yesterday. He took the blame for everything. He said, I made too many bad plays. It's not where I am. It's not the scheme. It's everything. Do you like that about him? And you kind of agree that he's...
No, you do. But I mean, again, he's, he's that kind of kid, too. He's going to take responsibility. Maybe too much responsibility for the things that go on. So you like that. But at the same time, I think he's learning. He's learning what it takes to play in our secondary, the position we're playing him at in this league. So he'll keep growing. One thing about him, he doesn't want to be that guy that's making mistakes. So he'll get better.
What do you see his future in the league as? Because just in terms of position, because I know he played all over the place. When you guys drafted him, you said strong safety. It seems like he's been playing deep.
Right. I mean, again, we have to play with what we have, and he's been our best free safety back there, thus far. But I think we see his skill set as being closer around the ball too. I think he's versatile and can do both. I think those positions sometimes are very interchangeable. But I do understand that guy in the middle is more of a ball hawk, and the guy that's a little bit lower is the guy that goes after the ball a little bit more. So he can do both, but I think as how we see him is that he's versatile. If we need him to play in the post, that he can. He's going to get better at that. But, his tenacity, his quickness, his suddenness is probably more fit for being around the ball at strong safety.
If he's playing kind of where you guys have him now, out of necessity to some extent. Do you kind of understand the bumps?
Oh, no doubt. I mean, again, not just that. It's just he's a young player. He's playing in the National Football League and first year and starting and playing on special teams, and he has a lot of responsibilities. So, no, I think we get it. But we want improvement. There's no question about that.
It looks like this is one of the first times that Kenny Britt is not in the starting lineup on the midweek depth chart that you have. Can you just talk about, what is his status right now and what are you looking for from him?
No, he's got to go play, make plays. I haven't seen that depth chart. Is that you, Peter? Okay, that's not me. So I haven't seen that one. I don't think, Mary Kay, I wouldn't read into that too much. He just needs to go play and continue to contribute, make contributions, I should say, to the offensive football team and this football team.
I know that on the injury report you have McCourty and Peppers and Bonnie Calhoun are all limited. So can you break down each of those guys, what you expect?
I think I can say this fairly confidently. All 3 of these guys have a good chance to play. So I feel good about them. I mean, they practice. I understand what limited is, but they were out there practicing, participating. There were probably some things they didn't do everything, but they did enough that I feel like these guys are going to be ready to go come Sunday.
Calhoun, I think after that Minnesota game, you said he could miss some time. So are you surprised that he's back?
Yes, I am. I mean, I think the bye week, some guys heal a little bit faster than others. Normally when you hurt a hamstring like that, it takes a little while. Some guys, they get back. So I think he's going to be fine. I mean, I've seen him out there running around making plays, so he's going to be fine.
I know we've asked you about Zane Gonzalez before, and you said he needs to make kicks, but do you spend any time talking to him or dealing with him out there?
No. Yeah, I'm not in that stage. No, I do talk to him. I shouldn't say that. I just think the less people that gets in his head, the better. I think he knows what the expectation is. I give him that stare, that look, but he understands that he needs to get better and he needs to do better, and that's what we expect from him.
Why did you not bring in other kickers to challenge him?
Well, I think probably twofold. Probably wasn't anybody out there that we felt really good about. And then number 2, again, we felt comfortable that this guy can work through where the issues are. Tape spend more time with him, and that's all Coach Tabor's been doing. Again, I know we're opening ourselves up to this yo-yoing of going up and down, and hopefully the guy will go kick consistently and stay that way for the rest of the year. But, I mean, he's got a job to do, and if we have to move forward as we go down the road here these last 8 games, and we'll do that. But right now I think we feel very good that he's making progress and that he's going to do better.
What do you need to see from your team, outside of the wins obviously being the biggest part, but what do you want to see from this group of guys in these final 8 games? Fight, play consistent football. On offense, take care of the football better. On defense, do a better job in the scoring zone. Let's get after the quarterback a little bit more. I think Miles is back playing. Let's showcase his talent and ability. Let's have Deshaun play consistently over 4 quarters. Let's have our skill players play some dominating football. And I think if we can do those things and really shore up the issues we've had, which were turnovers and penalties, then I will feel better about where we're headed. Obviously the score is going to take care of itself. The ultimate in this thing is we want to win, and that's what it's all about. That's why they keep score. So that's what we're chasing. But there are some things that lead to winning that we need to do better.
What sets Stafford apart in your mind when you kind of think about what he does that makes him special?
Pinpoint accurate, tough, does a good job of improvising. I don't think people really recognize him for the athlete that he is. I mean, he makes more plays with his legs and outside the pocket than I think anybody would have thought. But he's a really, really good football player, and that's why he's paid like he's paid. I mean, he's good.
Does he throw as well as anybody in the league?
No question. I mean, he has a top flight arm. I mean, he can put a ball anywhere you want to put it. Everybody has different motions and all that, but this guy can throw a football.
How about Marvin Jones? How do you think he's been playing for the last?
Really good. I mean, he's a tremendous football player. And again, he brings a lot to their offensive football team because of his ability to make acrobatic catches and stretch the field. And there's not a route that he can't run. There's not a catch that he can't make. So we got our hands full with him. I mean, him and that young man Tate, those guys are really good players. So we got to make sure we slow them down.
On defense for them, Quinn, what makes him a challenge?
He's tough. He's a tough player. He's smart. I think he studies football, understands the game. He's their quarterback, looks like, on defense. Obviously, it starts with their front, and I think they have some good players there. And their linebacker, the young linebacker, number 40, is playing good. Levy, when he plays, they have good players. But I think they're manned by him, by Quinn. I think he is a straw that stirs the drink for them. And he gets these guys going, and they play good. And he can track a ball. He can cover out and play man. He's a really good tackler. He'll go out and cover your best tight end or running back. So he has the ability to displace and cover guys all over the field.
Is Cody still your backup?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Your run defense has been pretty good this season. Do you think that you guys have discouraged opponents from trying to run the ball against you, or do you think just it's a passing league, so teams are just going to throw it?
No, I think teams still try, but once they find out that we're real up there, teams become one-dimensional. You're not going to spend your time just hitting your head up against that wall, So I think we've done a good job that way. We got to continue to improve to make teams not want to run it and make them one-dimensional. We love to be able to make teams do that.